Yo, what's going on YouTube? Mocha Beats back here with another video. And in today's tutorial, I'm basically going to show you guys how to make more Plugg melodies, in the style of like Glumboy, Cloudboy, and for the likes of like Dreamy, you feel me? So, yeah. But before we get straight into the tutorial, I want to say thank you guys for getting the first video I uploaded to like 600 views at the time I'm recording this, or a little bit over that, and for subscribing. But I need you guys to comment down below what type of tutorials you guys want to see so I can get them out there, you feel me? So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. To all my new subscribers, welcome. Thank you for subscribing and watching these videos. I really appreciate it. Sorry I haven't been uploading recently, or really at all for real. It's mainly because I've been busy with school and other things like football practice, and it really tires me out. But I'm gonna try to get these videos out to y'all as soon and as fast as possible. So yeah, let's get straight into the tutorial. I also want to say, behind all the subscribers and stuff, down below is my Instagram. So if you guys want to go follow me on Instagram, you can click on that link and follow me on Instagram. DM me, send me some loops, send me some beats for some feedback. Yeah, we can just lock in for real and try to get some placements together or whatever you guys want to do. You feel me? You can send me loops, FLPs. And also I'll have a link to a Discord that I made down below in the description. So go and click on that link, join that Discord. I'm gonna try to get some producers in there. Tell your producer friends to join that Discord, and we can all just work and stuff. I feel like it'll be a lot of fun. So you feel me? Join the Discord and follow me on Instagram. But yeah, let's get straight into the tutorial. So like usual, first things first, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what the melody and the drums sound like. I'm going to do both the melody and the drums. It's probably going to be a little long of a video, but I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible. So first, I started off with a channel pitch of the chords. I honestly don't remember how I did this, but if you go on YouTube and just look up how to automate a pitch or something, it'll show you. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what the melody and the drums sound like.
Melodies as an
So that's the melody. There is way too many things, well, not way too many, but too many things for me to show you guys like a whole preview of all of the things in the melody, because that would be too long. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 or 9 different sounds I used in this beat. Some of them is just like background sounds that you're not supposed to really hear. But yeah, basically I'm going to show you guys how I did the piano part. Okay, so basically here's what the chords sound like. Nothing really special. Here's the preset I use: piano, Dream EP pad. Awesome preset, I love it. But that's inside of Purity. Purity is the VST I use for most of the sounds on this beat. But basically, I'm working in a B minor. And like usual in my last tutorial, you just go to this stamp right here, go to minor ninth, drag it down to B minor, and boom, there you go. Stretch the chord out and add this little top line. Nothing really complicated like at all. For this beat, I just kept the piano real simple. Then I think I brought it down 5 semitones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Then just brought it over. And so it wouldn't sound too boring. Like, let me show you guys. I feel like if the whole chord just played out, it would have sounded boring. So I chopped it up a little bit. This. See, that sounds very boring to me, if you ask me. And plus, on the other hand of that, if you do your chords like that, you'll have to add another top line, which I didn't feel like doing. So I just chopped the chord up. You know, that gives it a little stutter and some sauce. And then I added this right here near the end part of the melody to play into the next part. And then literally just control left click and drag to your left, press Control B, just copied it over. I literally just copied it over. And that's it for the piano, you know, very simple. The BPM I'm working in is 136, by the way. Always working that. For Plugg melodies, I say in that 125, 140 range. Next is the lead. For the lead, I decided I was going to use the cheap lead Impurity as well, and the lead synth bank. The preset is cheap lead, like I just said. And for this, I just, you know, followed the chords and kind of just went with the flow. I didn't do too much. It may look a little complicated, but it's just this little part right here, and then this, and it copies it. It repeats itself again, and then these two parts right here go right here, and then this again right here. So for this part, all I did was drag it out two spaces. Just had it go down like it was a pizzicato, like how I usually do my pizzicatos, which gives it that little stopping sound or noise. And then I just copied it over right here, and then I just added this up under it, so that way it could slide into each other. And the only reason I put this right here is so it wouldn't sound so empty. Then it just plays this again, but instead of it going back to C sharp 6, it just played out for the rest of B5. Next up, we have another lead. This is kind of like a background noise, you know, it's just something to fill in the spaces, kind of. The lead for this is Autumn, and there's like 2 parts to this, but I can't do too much explaining for this if you ask me. But with these when I do stuff like this, you feel me? It just starts right here. See that right there? That makes it slide, so they'll make this noise. And then to sauce it up a little bit when I do my leads like this, I'll just bring some of the notes up or down. See, it goes up right here, it goes up right here, and it goes down right here. So yeah, this is what it sounds like. I don't know if you guys can hear that clicking noise. That I think that is normal, but in the beat you can't really hear it. So yeah, and then I also did that again and just pitched it an octave up. But yeah, you guys get the point. For this was just real simple. Just keep going in that line and bring some of the notes up or down. And yeah, the lead, like I said, I use Autumn. I think I've done this before using uh PW for president. I think I've done this before using that lead, but nothing too complicated here. The next part in the melody is the strings. Here in Purity, you know, I went to strings, legato hall. Those are usually the strings I always use. You can use different strings. I know some people use legato 1 or legato 2 in Purity, or they'll use X-band for their strings. But me, I just prefer to use Purity. But basically, I just followed the bass, the main notes. C sharp and 6 for the chord right here. No, wait. I don't know. Something like that. You know, just try to stay in key. I just stayed in key. Just went from C sharp to E and then just copied it over. And some people will either have their strings play in the 6 or in the 7 or even in the 5, but sometimes I'll put mine in the 6 and the 7 and have them an octave apart. But this is what they sound like. And then I just copied it over. As you can hear, the strings aren't really that loud, but they're noticeable. So yeah, keep that in mind. You don't want your strings to be too loud, but you want them to be noticeable to where people can hear them. But let's move on to the next melody. Sorry if I'm talking so fast in this tutorial. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have too much recording because I don't want this tutorial to be like 25 minutes. So yeah, but here's the next part of the melody. It's just a little like how do I say, it's like a background noise. It's not really for you to hear, but if you can catch it, you know what I'm saying, something just for your ear to try to detect, I guess. I mean, there's no really explaining for this. I just placed it wherever it sounded good, in my opinion. I was gonna make a lead out of it because I was trying to see if I want to try some new leads, but I just use that as a background noise. And here in the lead synth bang Purity, the preset I'm using is Winter Lead. I think the rest of these noises are background noises, but here's the I'm gonna go ahead, yeah, move on to the next part. The pizzicato strings, you guys know how I do with these. I just come here, bring them out 3 little spaces, and just play them down at least like 4 times, maybe 3, no more than 4 for real. And just place that in every bar, every other bar, so at every maybe 2 and 4. But in this beat, I did every 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, I'm just gonna play it for you guys. I just copied and pasted. Like I say, with these, you don't wanna overcomplicate them. It's just something very simple. And some beats I don't even add them. But yeah, let's move on to the next part. At this point, I think it's just background noises and the guitar. But here I think this is the bell harmonic. Yeah, the bell with the harmonics and the bell and perk and Purity. But yeah, this is just a little background noise as well, following the same progression as the strings. You can kind of hear it in the beat, but it's not really for you to hear. You feel me? It's just a little background noise, some fillers or whatever. And then last but not least, we got Expand 2. Whoops. Okay. Last but not least, we got Expand and the guitar for this beat. I add a guitar on some of my Plugg beats, but not all of them. And when I do, I always come in X-Band and use the Les Paul lead. You can use whatever guitar you please, but this one's my favorite. And yeah, I'm gonna basically kind of try to break this down. Basically, I'm going to break this down for you guys. But first, I'm gonna let you guys hear what it sounds like. But with my guitars, especially on Plugg beats, I always add these little flicks, like how they do in most pain beats or piano melodies, which gives it, what makes it sound like somebody's like switching between the strings. So yeah, I just did that and added 2 flicks right here. Then I let this play out, and then here, same thing I do with the pizzicatos. I just had it play down quickly, and then copied it over right here. And instead of it playing like this again, I let it hold out the C#6, and then it just repeated itself. And then it went into this D and E flick, and then the E and F sharp flick, all the way down to the B. Then I just did this again, basically. But it's, yeah, I just did this again. Nothing too complicated. I didn't want it to sound, I didn't want this to play again at the end. You feel me? But look, when I add my guitars, you don't have to do it like mine. I ain't gonna lie, mines are kind of complicated if you ask me for a Plugg beat. Sometimes people would just rather prefer just it going straight. But if you do want to do it like this, just know, always try to add these little things right here. I don't know what to call it. These little steps in the flicks. But don't overcomplicate it. I have some beats where I have overcomplicated a guitar. It doesn't sound terrible. It actually sounds real good, but it's just a whole lot of mess. But yeah. Now I'm gonna move into the drums. So let's get straight into it. So in this tutorial, I am showing you guys how to do some drums. And all my drums aren't in the same, the same pattern. They usually would be, but they're not, so I don't know. But yeah. Basically, in this one, I did the simple 1-step pattern, how they usually do in Plugg beats. Not in all Plugg beats you have to do this 1-step pattern. I don't prefer to use this 1-step pattern all the time. Sometimes I'll do that one method where, feel me, they'll put some chops in it and it'll sound like this. Hold on, I'm not on the right. What's the name? You know, they'll put some chops in it and leave some spaces in there. And they'll put some rolls. That's only in some Plugg beats, and it'll sound like this. Something like that. Not as fast, but I have a couple Plugg beats where I did it like that, but you don't always have to do this 1-step. But you guys know what the hi-hats probably already sound like. Just the whole time. If you want to do that quickly, just come in here, do like this, and then just go to the piano roll, copy it over. Then you got the simple clap. Nothing crazy. The snare. The snare is a MIDI I've made from a long time ago. I think it is. Wait, is it? No, it's not. So basically, yeah, this is not my MIDI, but I found a MIDI from a drum kit that I have, and I basically, copied this over, as you can see, and then copied it. I copied it over again, and took out this little roll right here, which is right here. Then I copied it over one more time, and had the roll go down. But for plugging B beats, you don't always want to put the snare before the clap. Sometimes you can put it way before the clap or after the clap. But some of these pluggy B beats, the snare doesn't sound like what most snares sound like in most beats. It's not just snare, clap, snare, snare, clap. None of that. It's just, when I hear them, I hear snare rolls and all that stuff. So yeah, just don't overcomplicate things. But then we got a chant. I just did like this, copied and pasted. Feel me? So yeah, just copy and paste it over. Nothing too special. Every 2 bars is when I copied and pasted, I think. I don't know. Then I got this rim. Went to the 5 right here. Press Control B, copy and paste it over. And then last but not least, we have the 808. I was listening to a couple of Plugg beats the other day. In my opinion, well, not in my opinion, and into what I've heard, they use a lot of long 808s, or they'll use short 808s, or sub 808s. But no matter what they're using, in most Plugg beats, they don't overcomplicate the 808s. Most of the time, it's just a simple 808 pattern, and the 808 is just following the bass notes. Like in this beat, for example. I don't know if you guys can hear that crackle, that crack noise. I'm sorry if you can't. I don't know why it's doing that exactly, but yeah, that's it for the drums. I guess I'm gonna show you guys my mixing. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys the mixing, and then I'll show you guys the final product.